It is 10th of July and Friday. So we are going to start our AS level syllabus today with you people. I hope so that you have better understood about the syllabus contents in my previous video lessons and what types of papers you are going to face in your final exams. Both those lessons were focused on the objectives of the syllabus and about the papers of AS levels, 2 papers. So today I am formally starting my lessons of economics with you people. So first of all, introduction to economics and basic economic ideas. We are going to study what is meant by society, what is a social science, and what economics is. So basic economic ideas, in any of the economic book, you will be finding a few of the basic concepts which are mentioned, like what is the basic economic problem faced by all the economies, by all the individuals, and how that basic economic problem will be solved, or economists or the people will be trying to solve the basic economic problem. So mainly we are facing basic economic problem of scarcity. So scarcity, the students, those who have studied O-level economics, they better know that the resources of an economy, they are limited. And what are those resources? They are the factors of production like land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur. So they are limited, but the human wants, they are continuous to increase. So basically, every economy of the world will be facing the problem of scarcity or limitation of resources, because those resources could be used alternatively. So we need to develop a thought by which the basic economic problem will be present, but it will be managed to overcome. So basically, we study the basic economic problem of scarcity in economics, and how do we manage and efficiently utilize the scarce resources to fulfill the maximum of human wants. So first of all, why we are studying economics, the basic thing, it is a social science. What do we mean by a social science? Social science means it comes from the society. Social science means it comes from the society. So society means what? This is a group of people living together. When people are living together, we say this is a society. Like we say, we are living in Pakistan society, we are living in Punjab society, we are living in Muslim society. So that means whenever people are living together, we say they are having a society. So any subject which comes from the society, that comes from the behavior of the people, that is called a social science. Why it is called a social science? Because it comes from the society and it talks about, it explains the human behavior and behavior of people living in the society. So that's why we say this is a social science. There can be different examples of social sciences, like political science, like economics, sociology, history, anthropology. Many sciences are there which comes from the society. That's why we say this is a social science. Society means a group of people living together. So what things are common when people are living together? What is common among them? They speak the same language, isn't it? People are speaking the same language in order to communicate with each other. Okay. So their language is common. That's why they are living together, because they want to communicate with each other. What else is common among them? That means their political system is also common. How do they have the political system? That's also common. Like in our society, we are speaking language of Urdu and Punjabi in the society members, and our political system is democracy. So that is also common among us. Another thing which is common, that is their religion. Religion is also common, and culture. How do they celebrate their festivals? They are all common. And another thing, that means their economic system is also common. So I want to explain you that all these things are present in a society. They are speaking they are also having the history as well. They are speaking same language, their political system is same, their religion will also be same for a certain group of people, and cultural aspects, how do they celebrate their festivals, how do they have different types of cultural activities, they're all common. And what is meant by economic system, when they interact with each other, how are they going to exchange goods and services in order to satisfy their objectives. Like if a person is a consumer, so he is going to buy the goods and services in order to maximize his satisfaction, to fulfill his want. And if an individual is a seller or producer, he wants to maximize his profit. So this system of exchange of goods and services with their own objectives, that is called an economic system, that's also common. So in our study of social science, it also comes from the society, like we are studying languages, political science, religion, culture, and everything. We are not concerned right now about the language of the society. We are not concerned about the political system. We are not talking about the religion of a society. Even the culture is not going to be discussed. What aspect we are going to take from this society, that is the economic system, how people are going to interact with each other when they are going to fulfill their wants in order to satisfy their wants, needs and wants. And at the same time, what will be the objective of the producer as well. Producer objective is to maximize the profit, whereas the consumer objective will be to maximize his satisfaction or utility. So we are saying that economics is a social science as it comes from the society, and it talks about how the scarce resources of the society or economy will be used to fulfill the maximum of unlimited human wants. How they are going to fulfill maximum of the human wants, that is the main study of economics. There cannot be any precise definition related to the subject of economics. This is generally perceived as the definition of economics. Previously in the history, it was called a study of wealth. Economics was called as by Adam Smith, who was the founder of this subject of economics. So he said, this is the study of wealth, how wealth is produced, how wealth is earned, how wealth is distributed, how wealth is consumed. So there can be the four functions of the wealth. They could be studied in the study of economics. Nowadays we say, as the resources are the main problem, we are having the resources, land, labor, capital, they could be utilized in order to produce different types of goods according to the consumer demand. So in that case, we are going to say that if we are utilizing those resources, how they can be efficiently used in order to satisfy the maximum of human wants. This is the study of economics. Now I'm going to tell you what is meant by the economic agents and how are they going to face their economic problem of scarcity. Okay. Economic agents. Economic agents. There can be two economic agents. One is called the consumer. Another is called producer or seller. And third one can be called the government. All right. So in any of the society, we find there are the consumers and producers. Actually, consumers are raising their wants and demands in the market, which are seen by the producers or sellers, and they are reacting to produce those goods and services which are demanded by the consumers. So basically, this is the consumer who is running the whole economy of the country, what types of goods they are going to demand and what types of goods they want to consume, they will be supplied by the producers. And government as a whole, that will be creating an environment, a congenial environment in which the basically the consumers, they are better served by the producers. Like if it needs more investment by the producers, government will make it arranged that soft loans are available for the producers in order to satisfy the human wants. So consumers, they are demanding two types of goods. One is called need. There can be the three types: need, comforts, and then want. Keep it in mind, needs are those goods which we say which are essentials of living. The basic needs are always limited. If we provide simple food to the people, simple shelter, there are the basic needs. What are the basic needs? Food, shelter, and clothing. These are the basic needs. If simple food like uncooked food that is provided to a person, then he can satisfy his basic need and he survive. This is the essential of living. Shelter, everyone in this earth will be wanting or needing a basic
Hello.
of shelter. If he is provided in the form of a cave, in the form of
सर की बात सुनो ज्यादा
basic
ना
need is fulfilled. So clothing means
सर
clothing. This is the basic need that the human beings they need to cover their bodies. So basically, if a simple cloth without any embroidery that is provided to the people, their basic needs are fulfilled. So basically, we say these are called the essentials of living, and essentials of living, they are limited always. But when we talk about comfort, comfort means when we are cooking the food, now it is becoming more digestible and it is easily digested by the people. So food, if it is cooked, shelter means we are now having, rather than a straw hut, now we are having a cemented one single roomed accommodation for the consumers. So that can be called a comfortable shelter rather than the basic shelter. Now clothing means if you are having the stitched clothes without any embroidery, without any type of beautification. So all these basic needs will be converted into the comforts of the individuals, comforts of the consumers. So how will they become the want or luxury? Luxury means what? This is the want. Now this is called the beautification of life. If we are eating pizza and we are eating burgers, they are the delicious food items. If we are eating better quality food from a famous restaurant, then it is not going to be our need. This will become a luxury. This will become a want. So we say when the consumers, they have fulfilled their basic needs, they have achieved the status of comforts as well. Now they are moving towards the luxuries. They are moving towards the wants which are unlimited. What type of food people want to earn? Pizza, famous restaurant foods, burgers. So there is no limits about the delicious food. You can find so many types of restaurants, tea clubs, second cup. So they are present in order to fulfill not the basic needs but the wants of the consumers. So these wants and luxuries, they are continuous in nature. They cannot be stopped at one place. With the passage of time, the wants are continuously increasing. Okay, now comfort, after this shelter, if the consumer was provided a basic shelter and then he was shifted into a comfortable shelter like a cemented single room accommodation he is having, that is more comfortable than a straw hut or a mud hut. So later on he is going to construct his own house with beautification, with beautiful marbles and beautiful paints. So we say when this shelter is having more beautification, then it becomes a luxury. There is no limit of that beautification of the shelter. Clothing means better quality clothes, embroidered clothes, beautifully designed clothes. Fashion designers are working on them. So now the beautiful clothings, they have become the wants and luxuries rather than the needs. So the wants of the consumers, they gradually travel from needs towards comforts, and then they have no limit. They are continuously increasing. If we look back 30 years back, we were not having these types of human wants which we are presently facing. So after the 50 years, our wants could be changed further. The upcoming people will be having different wants than the previous people. So now, this is the consumer. He is the basic economic agent who is wanting different goods. He is needing goods. He is making comfortable goods. He wants to consume comfortable goods and then wants. So producer is looking at the consumer behavior, how consumer is wanting the needs, how he is moving towards the wants now. What proportion of population is there in the country which is having more income to spend on luxuries rather than on the needs. If a country is a poor one, then basic needs could not be fulfilled. So then producers will be supplying those things, the needs. And if country's income level is increasing, people are having more income in their pockets, so they will be wanting more better quality products which will beautify their life. So producers, they will be supplying those goods as their wants of the consumers are increasing. So I can give you the example. Previously, we were having the black and white televisions. Later on, we had the color television. Now we have the smart televisions with Android systems. So they are this can be the example of growing human wants. So we can say now the producers, they are producing better quality smart televisions, smartphones as the wants of the people are growing. Now the question is, how producer will be able to fulfill the consumer wants and human wants? He needs the factors of production or resources. That means he wants to produce television, so he needs the raw material for that. He needs the workforce for that. He needs the capital goods, technology to produce these things. So producers, they are the second economic agents in the society, those who are combining the factors of production in order to produce those goods which will actually satisfy the human wants. The wants are continuous in nature, but the resources to fulfill them, like we are having a school building over here on the same piece of land which was previously used as a leather tannery. Okay, so there can be the alternate uses of all the factors of production. All the resources are having alternate uses. If a worker is doing a job of banking, he could also be doing a job of teaching. He is having an alternate job as well. The piece of land is having the alternatives. Capital is also having the alternatives. So due to scarcity, the producer is facing a problem of scarce resources. How will he be able to produce those goods which are demanded by the consumers? So this is the basic economic problem of scarcity. So when we study the individual behavior of consumer and producer, that is called microeconomics. Do you know the meaning of micro? Micro means small. So when we study the individual behavior of consumer and producer, that is the study of microeconomics. And when we study their behavior as a whole at a national level, then it will become a macroeconomics. So when we are studying the behavior of all these three at the national level, so that will become macroeconomics. If there is the role of government in order to achieve the objective of consumer wants to be fulfilled, then we say the government is also becoming the third economic agent. Rather than consumer and producer, government is also one of the economic agent which is making the economic environment better for investment in order to produce the goods which are demanded by the consumers. So we say this is the introduction that how economics works in the society. we have studied why economics is the study of society and what types of other things are present in the society, but we have chosen only one aspect of the society. That's why it is called a social science. Do you know the meaning of a natural science? That is the science which studies the nature, that comes from the nature, like biological sciences, chemistry, physics, they are all studying the nature. That's why they are called the natural sciences. But when we talk about the social sciences, they are studying the society. That's why they are called the social sciences. In case of natural sciences, their experiments are performed in a controlled environment of a laboratory. But in case of social sciences, their experiments are performed in the laboratory of the society, where everything cannot be controlled. So the social sciences, they are having the main task to perform their experiments in the society in order to analyze the human behavior, and economics is also coming from the society, therefore it will be performing its experiments in the society. Finished? Okay, that's all for today. See you on the next week for the new lesson in more details. So keep in touch. You can ask the question on WhatsApp. Now we are having a question answering session for you people. If you have any questions, you can raise now.